Hello friends, welcome back. So now we will take up a few questions on permutations and combinations. Here's the first question. How many 7-letter words can be formed using the letters of Belfast? The first part is Belfast. Now in Belfast, you observe that all the 7 letters are different letters, right? You have A, E, B, L, F, S, T. All of them are different. Hence, our work becomes very different. Total number of ways or total number of words is nothing but 7p7, right? You are supposed to make 7-letter words. You have a total of 7. So it's 7 you are choosing from 7 and arranging them. So it's nothing but 7 factorial, which is 5040. So you can have as many as 5040 words from the letters of Belfast. Belfast is just one of them, right? The next word is Atlanta. Now here, this one is a slightly tricky one. This is the part which we discussed as the third part of permutations, right? There are a few letters which are repeated. So we have 3 different A, right? You have one A, second, and this is the third. You also have 2 T's. You have one L and one N. Total there are 7, right? 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. Hence, the number of words possible now is 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial, right? Because all these 3's when arranged between themselves will not give us any new word, right? So we must divide it by 3 factorial. Similarly for the 2, for the T. So this is 5040 divided by 6 and 2. Okay, this gives us 420. So you see that since there are a lot of similar words, similar letters in the second word, the total number of words decreases significantly. Let's go to the next one. How many 3-letter words can be formed from the letters of the word Calcutta? Okay, so till now we had all the letters of that word were being used up, but now we have the option to use a few. We have to use only 3 letters. Okay, let us first write down the number of similar letters here. So we have 2C, we have 2A, 2T, 1L and 1U. Right, so there are 5 different types of letters here, with L and U being just single, and C, A and T having 2 different letters. 2 letters. The total of 8. Okay. Now let us solve this question in this way. So let all the 3 letters of the word we are supposed to form, all of them, let them be same. Okay. So we have all 3 letters same, right? But we see that since the maximum number of same letters possible is just 2, which is for all C, A and T, hence none is possible here, is right? Right? We can't form any 3-letter words having the same 3 letters. Let us move to the next one, in which 2 letters are same. Okay. Now here we see that if 2 letters are same, that means they must be either C or A or T, right? So we have 3 choices for all of them. Moreover, now once we have chosen either C or A or T, what remains? Let's say we have chosen C. So we have written CC as our 2 letters of the word. Now we have A, T, L and U. Right? Since A and T have 2 letters, but since both of them are indistinguishable, we have total 4 different letters, right? So there are 12 different selections possible, right? But we can permute these letters, right? Because these are just the selections. We can permute each selection. Now in each word we see that 2 letters are same, whereas one is different. Well, that makes and since there are 3-letter words, we have for these, okay, for each of these 12 words, the total number of arrangements for each of them is 3 factorial by 2 factorial, because these are 3-letter words and 2 of them are identical. So we have 12 into 3 factorial by 2 factorial, which is 12 into 3, which is 36. So there are 36 letters, 36 words where 2 letters are same. Okay. Now the last type, where all are different. Okay. Now since all are different, first of all, we cannot choose say both C's or both A's. So let us choose the first one. The first one can now be chosen. Let's say I choose C. Now once I've chosen one of the letters of C, remaining 4 I can choose only one, right? Yeah. So for the first, now these 3-letter words, for the first one I can choose in 5 different ways. For the second one I can choose in 4 different ways. And for the third one I can choose in 3 different ways. Right? Remember that we don't have 8 different letters here, we have only 5. Right? So this actually becomes a normal without repetition thing. We can otherwise write this as 5p3. Right? You have 5 different letters, yeah, because since we are not considering identical letters, so out of 5 you are just choosing 3. So this is nothing but 5p3 or 5 into 4 into 3. It gives us 20 into 3, which is 60. Right? So total number of cases we have is 0 plus 36 plus 60. Total 3-letter words is equal to 96. Right? Okay. Now, a man has 5 aunts and 6 uncles, and his wife has 6 aunts and 5 uncles. In how many ways can they call a dinner party if dinner party of 3 men and 3 women, such that there are exactly 3 of man's relatives and 3 of his wives? Okay. Again, let us look at this case wise. So for the man, he has 5 aunts. I'll be writing them as with the capital words A for aunt and U for uncle, and 6 uncles, whereas his wife has 6 aunts and 5 uncles. Right? Now the first case is, let us exhaust all of these possibilities. So first, let's say 3 aunts from the man's side. So there must be 0 from uncles, and here there must be 0 aunts and 3 uncles. Then let us increase 1 uncle here. Similarly, 1 aunt increases here and 1 uncle. Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. The next one is 1 aunt and 2 uncles, and here 2 aunts and 1 uncle. Finally, no aunt from his side, 3 uncles, and similarly 3 aunts and no uncle. Okay. Now let us see the possible number of selections for each possible case. Right? So okay, let us look at case by case first. In the first case, we can choose 3 aunts from 5 aunts of the man in 5c3 ways, right? So that is 5c3, that is 10. And similarly for the wife, we can choose the 3 uncles from 5 in again 5c3 ways. The rule of product gives that the total is 5c3 into 5c3, right? Which is 10 into 10, which is 100. Similarly, for case 2, we have 5c2 into 61 into 61 into 5c2. This is just for the man, and similarly for the woman we have 5c2 into 61. Well, this is 10 into 660, and that is squared, So it is 3600. Case 3. We now have 5c1 into 6c2, and that is again squared because of the symmetry. Right? So this is pi into 15, that's 75. 75 squared is 5625. Right? And the fourth case now, 63, and that is squared now. 63 is 20. So 20 squared, 400. Hence the total number of possible ways, this comes from the rule of sum. So it is 100 plus 3600 plus 5625 plus 400. Well, that gives us 9725. Right? So there are 9725 ways in which they can call such a dinner party. Okay. Now, in how many ways can you arrange the letters of the word Mississippi so that the S's are not together? Fine. Now, so let us first write down all the different letters. So we have one M, we have 4 I's, we have 4 S, and we have 2 P. Right? Total is 11. So there are 11 letters, out of which there are only 4 different types. Okay. Now, since S's cannot be together, let us first consider the other letters. So there is one M, there are 4 I's. I intentionally give a lot of gap between these letters. You will see the reason for that. Okay. So these are the 7 different possible letters. And now, let me put some blanks here. Right. So there are 7 different there are these 7 different letters, and there are these 8 blanks adjacent to them. Right. Now, if I put my S in each of them, in any of these 8 blanks, I am assured that they will not be next to each other. Right. And that is what the question asks. So my task actually becomes consists of 2 parts. First, finding out the number of possible arrangements of these M, I and P, and then the number of possible selections of putting these S's into these 8 blanks. Right. So the first part is pretty simple. For the M, 4 I's and 2 P's, that is total number of 7. The number of arrangements here is 7 factorial by 4 factorial into 2 factorial, right? So that is 5040 by 24 into 2. That's 48 in the denominator and 5040 here. So we have 105. Okay. Now the remaining task is putting the S's in the blanks. Now, so there are 8 different blanks here. And since there are 8 blanks and only 4 S's for us, so we can choose those 4 places to fill these S's in 8C4 ways. Right? For S's we have 8C4, that is 8 factorial by 4 factorial by 4 factorial. This gives us 70. Now again the rule of product says that both of them can be done in 105 into 70 possible ways, which is 7350. Right? So there are 7350 different words in which you can write the word Mississippi with the S not together. Okay. Now a box has 3 red, 2 white and 7 green balls. In how many ways can 3 balls be taken from the box if at least one of them is red? Okay. Now since at least one of them has to be red, and so let us take the first case as there is 1 red and 2 are the different colors. Right? Right. So if there is 1 red, we can choose the total of 9 different balls now from which we can choose, right? We cannot choose the from the other 2 remaining balls, right? So first of all, I can choose one red in 3C1 ways, right? There are 3 red balls for me. For counting purpose, we'll have to consider all of them separately. So I choose my red in 3C1 ways, and now I choose the remaining balls. Now there are 9 different balls. So, and 2 I have to choose, which can be done in 9C2 ways. Right? So, this is 3 into 9C2 is 9 into 8 by 2, that is 7 into 36. So, 3 into 36, which is 108. Right? So, this is just for the first case that there is one red ball. Now, suppose we take 2 red balls. Now, since I am choosing 2 red balls out of possible of 3 red balls, this can be done in 3C2 ways, right? And again from the 9 different balls, it's not important to write 9C1, but just for clarification, you should know how this comes. Out of those 9 balls, you can choose one of them in 9 ways. 9C1. This 3C2 is 3 into 9, that is 27. Okay. The third is, well, all the 3 are red. This can obviously be done in only one way because there are 3 red balls. So this is 1. Therefore, total number of selections is 108 plus 27 plus 1, and that is 108 plus 28, that is 136. Okay. So we see that we can choose these 3 balls such that at least one of them is red in 136 ways. Well, had this been that we have to choose only 3 balls irrespective of the color, that should be actually 7 plus 2, that is 9, plus 3, 12. 12 is 3 ways, which is a considerably larger number. Since we put this constraint that one of them has to be red, we see that we actually get a very small number. There are only 136 possible ways. Okay. Now, the number of 4-digit numbers that can be made with the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, in which at least 2 are identical is, well, so we have 5 digits with which we can make these 4-digit numbers. Okay. Now let us first look at the total number of these numbers possible. So let this be our word, right? Now the total number of words possible is, if I can put all 5 in the first slot, all 5 in the next, all 5 in the third and all 5 in the fourth, right? I can put say 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third and 2 in the fourth. Right? So the total number of possible ways for this is 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, which is 5 power 4. Right? This is not necessary, but yes, you can write 5 into 4, which is 625. The next is so these are with repetition, right? We are able to repeat all our digits here. Now let us find the total number of numbers without any repetition, right? So if there is no repetition, well, for the first we have 5, then 4, then 3 and then 2. Which is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, which is actually, we would have easily written this as 5p4, because we are choosing 4 digits from a total of 5, right? So without any repetition, this gives us 5 factorial, it is 120, right? Okay. Now the question asks the total number of words which have at least 2 identical, right? Now, when we consider the total repetition case, we are considering all the identical, all the ones in which there are at least 2 digits which are identical, plus the ones in which there are no identical, right? So you can have words which have no repetition, and then there are words which have at least 1 repetition. Now, with repetition actually includes all of these. Hence, the total number of words we have is what you get when you subtract the without repetition cases from the with repetition cases. So 625 minus 120, which gives us 505. Right? So there are 505 words which can be formed with at least repetition of 1 digit. Okay. In an examination of 9 papers, a candidate has to pass in more papers than the number of papers in which he fails in order to be successful. Find the number of ways he can be unsuccessful. Okay. Now, for him to be unsuccessful, he has to pass in lesser number of papers, or he has to fail in more number of papers than the number of papers in which he passes, right? Okay. Now, for this question, let us, so our n is 9, right? And let our r denote the number of papers, in which he fails. Okay. So, the first case, let this be 9C9, right? So, if he fails in all the papers, obviously he is unsuccessful. Now, we add 9C8, right? Rule of sum definitely applies here. So, if he fails in 8 subjects, well, he is unsuccessful, right? Similarly, 9C7, and then 9C6, and then 9C5, right? In the case of 9C5, he fails in 5 subjects, whereas he passes in just 4 subjects. Okay, so this is what you are supposed to find. Now, well, you can calculate each of them and then add them up, but at the same time, you can look at this. 9C9 is actually equal to 9C0, right? We have NCR equal to NCN minus R, right? Well, if you remember, I told what this means is, if he fails in 9 subjects, that means he passes in 0, right? So, he passes in 0 subjects from 9. So, it's the exactly same thing. 9C1, 9C2, 9C3 and 9C4, right? So, let this be the total number of, let both of them have the value S, right? So, S is equal to 9C9 plus 9C8 plus 9C7 plus 9C6 plus 9C5, which is also the same as 9C0 plus 9C1 and like this to 9C4. Okay, now suppose I consider this sum 9C0, 9C1, 9C2 all the way till 9C9. Well, if you remember, this is nothing but 2 power 9, right? Whatever our n is, we get the same number, same exponent in 2, same exponent of 2. Okay, but we see that this is nothing but twice the s, right? See, from 9C0 to 9C4 and then from 9C5 to 9C9. So actually this is nothing but 2 times s. So we have 2s is equal to 2 power 9 or s is equal to 2 power 8. So there are 2 power 8 ways. And 2 power 8 is nothing but 256. So there are 256 ways in which he can be unsuccessful. Well, apart from this, you can do it in a slightly different method. Well, the alternate solution would be something like this. You have now each subject actually has 2 possible states, right? He may either pass that subject or he may fail that subject. So since there are 9 subjects and 2 cases for each subject, so you have 2 power 9 possible solutions, possible results. But now passing and failing, both of them have exactly the same probability here. Hence, the total number of cases in which he either passes or fails must be equal to 2 power 9 by 2, which is 2 power 8. This is almost the same way we think of the clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangements of a circular permutation, right? So, the similar way we approach here. So, this is alternately you get it very quickly. Since everything is symmetric here, this formula actually, this alternate solution actually is very fast. Okay. Now, the number of natural numbers less than 2 into 10 power 8 formed by only 1 and 2 is okay. Now, let us look at these numbers from the beginning, okay, from starting from the smallest. Okay, so for 1 digit numbers, the possible ones are only 1 and 2, which is the two numbers possible. For 2 digit, we have 11, 12, 21 and 22. There are 4. Or in other words, okay, for the 3, you have 111, 112, then 121 and all the way you have 8. Now how do I write 8 for these for 3 digits? Well, this is pretty simple, right? Suppose you have, say, r digit, where r is definitely lesser than r 2 into 10 power 8. So for that you have all the way, you have r slots here, and for each slot you can fill it with either 1 or 2, right? So there are 2 and like this. So the total number of cases is nothing but 2 power r, right, for r digit. So for 1 digit I have 2 power 1, which is 2, for 2 digit 4, 3 digit 8, all the way till 8 digit. 8 digit numbers, well, I'll have 2 power 8, right? But what about the 9 digit one? Because the question asks 2 into 10 power 8, that means that is a 9 digit number, right? For 2 into 10 power 8, in 2 into 10 power 8, actually, since the largest number possible is 2 into 2 and then followed by all zeros, hence the largest number possible in our case would be something starting with only 1, right? Because 2 into 2 and followed by all those zeros will excuse me, that will not be the number we desire. Hence, the first or the highest value place can be occupied by only 1. So that is only one case. And now the remaining 8 places can be filled with either 1 or 2, right? So there are again those 8 slots, right, like this. And these can again now be filled in 2, 2, 2, 2 all these ways. So 2 power 8 again, right? So for 9 digit also we have 2 power 8. It's not 2 power 9. Be careful in these kind of situations. Okay, so the total number of cases we have here is, total numbers is first from 2 in 2 square all the way till 2 power 8 for 8 digit, and then you have another 2 power 8, right? And this gives us, the first part is obviously a geometric progression, and this can now be written as 2 into 2 power 8 minus 1 by 2 minus 1, and then the 2 power 8 of the last one. This gives us 2 power 9 minus 2 plus 2 power 8. Well, that is 2 power 9 is 512, 2 power 8 is 256. The total gives us 768 minus 2, 766. So there are 766 such numbers possible. Okay, so it was in this question, find the pattern, and then you can just add them using rule of sum. And be careful for numbers like this, the final or the largest number given as the limit. Okay. Simplify k minus 1 c k minus 1 plus k c k minus 1 plus k plus 1 c k minus 1 all the way till n plus k minus 2 c k minus 1. Okay. Now in this kind of situation, in this kind of one expression, the formula we will be using is NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to n plus 1 CR. Okay, so be very careful about this formula. You see that the total number of objects is the same in both the expressions, whereas this differs by only 1. And we see that the total number of objects increases by 1, whereas the number of objects chosen is the higher one, R here, right? Okay. So the expression which we write as S is k minus 1 ck minus 1 plus kc k minus 1 plus k plus 1 ck minus 1 k plus 2 ck minus 1 like this till n plus k minus 2 c k minus 1. Okay, now we also know that k minus 1 c k minus 1 or any number ncn right? Where we have n objects and we are choosing n of them, that can be done in only one way, right? So k minus 1 c k minus 1 is 1, but we will now cleverly manipulate this and write that as k c k, right? Why I do this is now it should be obvious now. When I write the next number, right? So when I write the next number, I see that I have the same condition as this, right? The same n and this differing by 1. So what this becomes is k plus 1, this increases whereas this remains k. And then the next one I have, well, all other remaining terms are as they are. Well, so next one, we see that this becomes k plus 2 ck, right? And then, so we see that since all of them, all of these terms had k minus 1 objects to be chosen, and since the number of objects was increasing one by one, so we see that our little manipulation here actually comes to a rescue, and we see that this actually will become nothing but, well, in the last term would have n plus k minus 2 ck plus n plus k minus 2 ck minus 1. Well, this is the last term we had of our original expression, whereas the addition and further reduction of all the remaining terms, since increasing it one by one, this will make it till n plus k minus 2 c, and the total number of objects to be chosen will be k. This again from the same rule gives us, this should be 1 ck, right? So we see that our this huge expression is nothing but n plus k minus 1 ck. Now this question, find the total number of 3-digit numbers xyz formed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 such that xyz are in AP and x is not equal to y is not equal to z. Okay, so first of all, we cannot use the word letter 0, right? So be careful these kind of questions. 0 is omitted, there is no 0 here. Now let us look at all these numbers one by one, all the cases. So what I do is, I start with the first case, the first number. Now, okay, since the number is xyz, and since they are in AP, I can write 2y is equal to x plus z, right? Now, okay, so this is one of the important parts. This is just what xyz are in AP means, right? So suppose my first letter is first digit is the highest place digit is 1, right? Now my y can be, suppose my y is 2, so this automatically fixes z as 3, right? If my y is 3, this automatically fixes that as 5. Similarly, 4 makes it 7 and 5 makes it 9, right? We can't have 6 because that would require our z to be 11, not possible, right? So 4 different ways. For 2 we have 3 gives us 4, 4 gives us 6, 5 gives us 8, that's it. 6 will give us 10, 10 is not possible, right? So 3 ways. Similarly for 3, 4 will give us 5, 5 will give us 7, 6 will give us 9, again 3 ways. 4 gives us 5 will give us 6, 6 will give us 8, and that's it, right? So that is 2, and then for 5 we have 6, 7, 7 and this is 9. So 2 cases, and for 6 we have 7 and 8, right? This is just one case. For 7 we can also have another case which is 8, 9, giving us 1. Right. So we see that we can actually write this, since this is not a big problem, we can write this as taking different cases one by one, and you get this. But there must have been this burning question inside you. Why did I take, say for 3, I've taken 4, 5, whereas I haven't taken 2 and 1. Right? That is also possible, right? But I see that 1, 2 and 3 are actually taken here. So what I do, because from this formula we get that once we say fix y, we can now have two different solutions for x and z, right? For each case. So suppose I have 1, 2 and say I have taken something like 4, 6 and 8. Obviously 8, 6 and 4 also is a solution. So x and z can take those two different places, and hence what we get from these 7 different cases, 4 plus 3 plus 3, that is 10, plus 2 12, plus 2 14, plus 1 15, plus 1 16. So the total of 16 into 2. Right? This is very important. You understand why it should be into 2. You see, for any number, the 678, the number here, you can also write 876. Right? They are also in an AP. Hence, there must be 32 different such numbers where the digits are in AP. So, that completes our problem session for permutations, combinations. Stay tuned for further videos. Thank you.